Hi everyone, Jules here. Sunday the 3rd, I think it's the 3rd. Yep, the 3rd of November, and it's 10 past 10 in the evening, and we've had a stay at home day, resting, just doing homework and stuff, so I haven't bothered to get dressed and I haven't put any makeup on today, so you have to take me as I am. I know that I said I was going to do my video on Monday, but I realised I've got a really full-on day tomorrow, that I've been given the all clear to go back swimming, so I'm swimming in the morning, and I have a therapy session because I've asked for an extra session this week, and I have shopping to do, and then I have one of my son's friends coming over for a play date, so I've decided to do it late this evening. And it's not really a video that I'm not happy to do, and I'm not feeling that comfortable about doing it, but at the same time I feel that I need to get it off my chest and do it for anybody else that's going through the same thing. So what I've done is I have wrote everything I want to say down. I won't go into it too much of why I've written it down, because I've actually wrote it down why I've written it down, so I'll just be going over it twice. But I just want to apologise because I'll be reading it, so you won't be seeing my face, you'll be seeing the top of my head, which is quite rude, but I just thought it was the best way to get my point across. And you can see my husband in the background. So anyway, I will start before I start to ramble. So I wrote, now this may seem robotic and unnatural, but I'm going to read what I want to say for a few reasons. First, I'm very passionate about what I want to say, so I don't want to rant or over ramble. Two, I'm not very articulate and my vocabulary is limited, so I find it hard to express how I'm feeling or what I mean. I haven't had a good education, so I'm not the best at expressing myself, but I'm far from stupid, and I still have enough intelligence to know what I'm talking about. Three, for anyone who's watching this from my eating disorder community, this will all sound familiar, and most of it you will agree with and will understand what I'm about to say. So all of those watching this from the weight loss surgery community, or even those on a calorie controlled diet, might not like what I'm about to talk about. This will be hard for me, as I've been brought up to become a people pleaser, to believe that the key to happiness is to make other people happy, to get their approval, and for other people to like me. It's taken me a long time, nearly all my 41 years of life, to learn that self-love and self-care and self-approval is the way to true happiness. Though saying that, this will still be an uncomfortable video to make, and I'm trying not to offend anyone while staying true to myself and my core beliefs and the knowledge that I've obtained through my life about my own body, mind, emotions and physical health. So this is why I have chosen to write it all down, so I can break it down and hopefully make sense. So let's start with eating disorder behaviours and thoughts, and then I want to talk about nutrition and the link between the two. I might not have time to do this all in one video, so this might have to be in 2 parts. I will keep an eye on the time, but hopefully it will not go into 3 parts. So not last Friday, but the Friday before, the 25th of October, I weighed myself and I lost 2 pounds, which was my 2nd week post-op RMI. I was told I was going to lose a significant amount of weight on my first 3 weeks of the liquid stage and the pureed food stage, and I was put on medication to prevent gallstones, which I have to take for 3 months, because that's when the biggest weight loss happens. So this was step 1 in Ed taking over and doing his thing and trying to convince me I was a failure. First, let me explain a little about Ed, as I will be talking about him a lot. I'm well aware that Ed is a part of me. Ed, spelled ED, is short for eating disorder. When we talk about Ed as a person or a third person, it becomes easier to address him or control him. If you deal with Ed as he really is, a part of you, like Jekyll and Hyde, or good and evil, or negative thoughts and positive thoughts, then you are constantly addressing yourself. So instead of being totally cross with yourself, you will be cross with Ed, because being cross with yourself reinforces his negative behaviour with being angry with yourself. So after a very long time, 18 months of working in therapy and recovery for my eating disorder, dialogue with Ed began again with the number on the scale. Keeping on the time, sorry. Which was just a number, but it wasn't the number I wanted to see after losing £8 a week before. So this was a trigger for Ed to begin. I told you, he said to me, it doesn't matter what you do or how hard you will try. You just don't get it. You will always fail. You've been a failure all your life. You cannot succeed in anything. You will never be enough. You will never be worth anything. I stopped my daily journaling, my positive affirmations, and my routine at looking at my body and appreciating something about it, or even the things I don't like about my body, like the stretch marks on my belly. I still appreciate them because they gave me the life of my 3 children, which were all big 10-pounders. I stopped all of this. I was not in control. Ed was in control. Now he had taken over. And then there was the second number game, the game of MyFitnessPal, a way to connect and encourage and support my fellow weight loss pals. True for most, I'm sure, but not for Ed. He wanted to look at everyone's diary, everybody's exercise plan, and compare and compare and compare. First of all, calling me lazy for not exercising when I'm 2 and 3 weeks post-op and not given the all clear to exercise yet. So this was ridiculous in itself. Then he wanted to compare calories. Protein is fine, as I'm normally getting 80 grams of protein in a day, or slightly under or slightly above. But calories, I saw most people were getting in between 650 calories and 800 calories a day. 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 11 months, or a year out. I was getting in between 800 and 900 calories a day, 2 or 3 weeks post-op. Ed had a field day with this. He loved it. I won't tell you what he said because I think that you get the picture. So I started to analyse what everybody else was eating. I made changes so I could be like them. I wanted to lose 4, 5, 6 pounds a week, just like they was. I wanted to do a better job. I wanted to be a person who could succeed. Yet, in the meantime, lose everything I believe in. More and more crap with less calories and less nutrition, apart from high protein, was entering my diet. I was feeling tired, mentally ill, emotionally ill, and physically unwell. On Monday, this is the Friday after I'd weighed myself, Monday just gone, my 8-year-old gave me a cuddle and he said, "What's wrong, mummy? You are not yourself." Then Monday night I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine on Facebook. She was giving me some good advice, telling me what I needed to hear, but I was too fixated with Ed's thoughts to even bother to listen. Then that night insomnia kicked in. I haven't had insomnia since my binge eating days. The reason for my insomnia is eating crappy foods that kept me awake, with high amounts of sugar, carbs and caffeine, eating late at night when everyone was asleep, and my body staying awake to digest everything, my mind being awake with hateful, negative Ed thoughts. So I'm awake, no coincidence I think, reading our conversation, and it wasn't the good advice that my friend gave me that struck me, but what I said. I didn't recognise the words, the person that was talking. I couldn't believe I had wrote these things. They didn't sound like me. Then I realised Monday night Ed wrote these things. Ed had control, and I needed to regain control before it got too far. I'm going to stop it now and then come back with a second video.